Hello and welcome everyone. So last time I was not able to post the video because of some personal issues, but now today we are going to continue construction safety, and the element that we are going to discuss is element for roles and responsibility of supervisor at a construction site. And today we are going to take one of the best in and most liked topic, and that is toolbox talk. So when we say toolbox talk or toolbox meeting, what do we actually mean about it, right? So we must understand what exactly is toolbox talk or toolbox meeting. So let us start, as you are all aware about all the elements that we have covered. So we are at element 4, and today we are going to do element 4 part 2. And today's very interesting topic, that is toolbox meeting. So first and foremost, let us take the definition. Toolbox meeting. Now, toolbox meeting is a brief safety talk on a specific subject at the beginning of the shift. Now, it can be done in a variety of ways, but are typically, brief 10 to 15 minutes on the job meetings held for, employees to make them alert, to discuss about the work-related accidents and illnesses. Now, it is a group activity with an interactive discussion or a meeting of safety, with day activities to be on a specific topic. Now, toolbox talk basically are used to cover variety of short safety training subjects and to remind employee each day before they go to work the important of being safe. So explaining them the importance of being safe. Now it is quick and easy way to impart safety information to employees. Toolbox are good options for small group, more than one number, or when there isn't time to put a full scale safety meeting with slides, charts and graphs. Now what we do is we in toolbox safety meetings of 10 to 15 minutes, these meetings are called toolbox meetings, as the meetings are conducted prior to the start of the work with the with having tools or toolbox. So some people call it, in foreign countries it is also called as tollgate or toolbox or safety talks, something like that, right? So now safety talks or toolbox safety meetings can be used to address the actual problem on the job or in the shop. The site supervisor leading this meeting can draw the experience of workers and use that experience to remind all employees, especially newers or newcomers, of the dangers of working with particular kind of machinery, tools, equipments, material, and monitored. So toolbox meeting is one of the job safety training. When presented properly, toolbox talk grab listeners' attention to hold their interest in toolbox talk should be clear and very concise, addressing not just the harmful or key points, but to also comprehend the retentions. That is, if they have some issues, so those issues are to be discussed, or something good has to happen, so that is to be informed. So person delivering the toolbox talk should end it with a recap of all main points, and with more appropriate location condition of toolbox meeting will be where we can conduct it next, or where the meeting is going to happen next. So like that we can do all sort of activities. Now as you can see that meeting is called toolbox meeting because it is conducted prior to having tools, but it is very important that how you do it. Correct. So let us see a few points on that. So what to talk about? Correct. The very first topic that we are going to discuss is what to talk about. What to talk about? Simple. Work practice. See, talk about work practice, machinery, tools, equipment, material, attitude, behavior, and anything else that may cause or contribute to the work related accident or illnesses. Now, keep the topic relevant to the job or task at hand. This is very important because most of the time, people go haywire. Don't do this. The purpose of Toolbox Meeting is to plan day-to-day activities with adequate safety measures in advance for the benefit of, the benefit to achieve safe working method. Now, this is our core goal. What we want to establish, safe working method. Now, how you will be able to do it? Let us run through a quick round that how we are going to do it and how we are ideally supposed to do it. So, how to run a good, safety meeting? To conduct a good safety meeting, there are a few points that I have listed down. So, first, you should hold the meeting or job preferably where people can sit. Never conduct a toolbox meeting, standing. Okay, everybody is standing like, in a row or an assembly, and no, don't do that. Make them sit, let them relax, or else what they will do, what they will think if the weather conditions are not favorable, if it is hot, if it is cold. So it is like they are not relaxed. So a person should be relaxed listening to you whenever you are talking about the safety meetings. It should be preferably a shade where they can they relax usually. So take them there to their relaxing point and then talk to them. The second aspect is hold the meeting at the beginning of the shift or after a break. So it is very important that first preference is you should always start the day with this meeting so that you can brief them. Okay, this is how this is the beginning of the shift. So what are the activities you have to do? Last day, what you did, what happened, what you can do, what you're supposed to do, what are the new changes, what has new that has come. So all that information is to be shared. Now you have to choose the topic very carefully. It should be first related to the job. Then it is very important that it should be related to the job, because sometimes some activity is not even happening there and we are talking of all that. The most common topic that people usually discuss is fire safety, how to extinguish fire. Baba, it is not going to happen there. So don't, worry about it. What is going to happen, you worry about that and give the training according to what is going to happen there. So this is very important. Now coming to choose the topic carefully. It should be related to the job. Fourth point is research the topic and problem to be discussed. Now, if you have not researched, if you don't know what has happened or something that might have happened, so you should have a friendly attitude and you should know that, okay, what sort of things happened on your site. So how you can address it and can you share the experience. So it is not that you only talk in toolbox talks. No, it is the people, the workers, the labor, they can also share, they can tell that yes, this is what happened, so can you share some experience, can you do this. So this initiates their confidence also, that no, he has observed us and he is giving us an opportunity also. So toolbox talk is also about that. And how did you counter it? So what did you do? So like that, you have to give them an opportunity to speak as well. Now the fifth point is don't choose a very broad topic, generalized topic kind of arrangement. Okay, this is there, that is there. Don't do that. So you should always, select a very appropriate or site specific topic, which what all activities are going to happen there. So the topic should be focusing on that. Now, sixth point is encouraging employee to participate at workplace. So, like I said earlier, like you should ask for their contribution. Okay, what happened? What do you think? What more can be done? Everything of that sort that, brings them to, speaking out. Because you have to understand, most of the time they are only listening. If you give them the opportunity to speak, that takes you to next level. So that automatically develops a respect for you also among them. That no, he lets us speak. He asks us. He knows my name or something like that. He has appreciated me in front of so many. He has, not only demean, but appreciation. So that is more required. So practice it daily for a better and a safe, for a safe work area. So that is the most important point. And last but not the least, we will be taking the topic on how for toolbox. So prepare is like, oh, how we'll prepare. So there are very basic requirements to it. The very first point is that you should jot down some outline points of 3 to 5 points in a toolbox talk. Now come up with a punchline, a short sentence or a phrase that can sum up the toolbox talk, and it is easy to remember also. So you have to just repeat it. Okay, what is today's punchline? So this is it. Like in schools or in colleges or in office corporate culture, what we usually do is that we write thought of the day. So what is the thought of the day? So like that, we have to select that thought of the day as a punchline from the topic itself. And when you take out the punchline from the topic itself, it creates a good impact. So, and you can, whenever in a daytime, whenever you're talking to the person, you can raise that punchline again or speak that punchline again, so that they also repeat it. So you can ask, okay, repeat it with me. So, like that you can do that. So let us take a very small example. Suppose you are supposed to talk about fall protection. Okay, so when you are going to talk about fall protection, what will you do? The very first aspect is you need to first explain them the definition. So what does the fall protection definition say? Anything and everything that prevents, anything that is used by a person or a device or a system or an equipment that is used by a person to prevent a fall comes under fall protection. So what does it do? It does only three things. First, anything that prevents you from fall, reduces the distance of fall, or reduces the impact or injury that is going to happen. So this becomes very clear. So what things you have to explain them. What things prevent you from fall, like guardrails, like you have to address where you have to anchor yourself. Then you have to tell them that okay, you have to anchor yourself there. Then if you anchor properly, so what will happen? So you have to explain on-site condition. Then what are the things that reduce the distance of fall? So when we say that what all things reduce the distance of fall, so if you have safety nets available, see, if you fall, you will not fall on the ground. That is the reason why we have put the safety net. So you have to explain the material cannot fall down, or you cannot fall down. Even if you fall on it, you'll still hang on. Correct? And it will also reduce the impact of fall also. Then you have full body harness that you are wearing. So if you have anchored it at proper place, you will not fall. Then you can tell them that what are the preferable areas where you are ideally supposed to anchor yourself, and why you are supposed to anchor there, so that you can explain. And not even that, most likely always prefer whenever you're doing fall protection, when you're talking of fall protection, the very first aspect is that you must anchor yourself in a place where, or in a location which is robust supporting structure. Whenever you're working on any temporary platforms, and if you don't anchor yourself to the structure either the structure will collapse, or the thing that you have built will collapse, right? So you have to first understand which is more stable. So always anchor yourself to a stable surface. If not, then you should have a lifeline, and you have to anchor yourself to a lifeline. The last resort is that you want to anchor yourself to the existing structure or any temporary structure that you have built up. Correct? So this is very important to explain. Now coming to the punchlines. So I'll keep this video very short. So coming to the punchlines. So what are the kind of punchlines that you can have? Take the lead and fall for the lead. These are in English. You can prepare it in your own language. So like, don't take the fall lightly. A single fall to end it all. You can dodge the fall. You're not a Superman, right? We don't wear a cape. So that's what we have to make them realize. Okay, who is Superman? The person who cannot fall, right? Who can fly. So that's what you guys can also talk of. So I have just listed down few punchlines, and I've just explained you how you can do it. So you can do it in your own language, and you can tell it all. So I hope you have liked the video. So these videos are I have tried limit it to a shorter duration. So keep liking and sharing, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button. That is for our motivation, and we'll keep posting more such